all the time. Because you know some of them Israelites will hurt you, you keep begging. Will beat you down. And he knew it back then in those days. But that was the curse he did. Why? Because he sinned against God. Let's look at it again. Let's go to Judge. You know, let's go to Judge. Because all while Joshua was on the scene, Israel obeyed and did what the Lord said do. But as soon as Joshua died, and the elders that were with him died, let's see what Israel did. Judges 2. Because sisters and brothers, when you sin against God, there are consequences. And you cannot get around that. Judges 2, and we're going to pick it up at verse 7. Judges 2 and verse 7. When you get there, brother, go ahead and read.
And the people served the Lord all the days of Joshua and all the days of the elders that outlived Joshua, who had seen all the great works of the Lord that he did for Israel.
See, they continue to serve him because they remember what the Lord did to the Egyptians. They remembered all of that. Because the Lord killed everybody 20 and up. But all them youngsters, they knew. And you know Israel had a lot of babies. A lot of babies. Skip on down to verse 10 and read.
And also all that generation were gathered unto their fathers. And there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel.
Now you got to set a generation coming up that don't know the Lord. And now they don't want to serve God. Because if you got somebody who don't know the true and living God, they cannot teach you.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served Baalim.
In other words, they broke the first commandment. They went serving other gods. And there is a price to pay when you serve other gods. God is a jealous God. He ain't sharing you with nobody.
Right.
Either you going to be his or you ain't going to be his at all. You can't straddle the fence with the Lord. Go ahead and read.
And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger.
Go ahead.
And they forsook the Lord, and served Baal and Ashtaroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them.
And because you're going to serve other gods, okay, I'm going to deliver them in your hands.
Right.
You're going to serve them now. They was serving you, but now you're going to serve them. Go ahead and read.
And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about.
Who sold them to them?
The Lord.
The Lord did that, right?
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
So that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
And they couldn't even stand. Why? Go ahead and read.
Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil, as the Lord had said, and as the Lord had sworn unto them, and they were greatly distressed.
So who sent this evil on them?
The Lord.
It was God that sent
right.
this evil. Why? Because they broke the commandments of God.
That's right.
See, sisters and brothers, there's a price to pay when you break the commandments of God.
That's right.
It is a price you're going to pay. That is why it's good to serve God. Let's look at it again. Let's go to 1 Samuel. Because sometimes, you know, the Lord might not kill you and might not hurt you, but he'll put something on you that you will not want. That's what he's going to do to Saul. Let's go to 1 Samuel. You know, the Lord gave, you know, because when the Lord says do something, he means do it. Don't deviate. Don't do it the way you want to. Do it exactly the way I say do it. The Lord is a perfectionist. Because he's perfect. And he's trying to get you to be perfect. 1 Samuel 15 and 1. 1 Samuel 15 and 1. 1 Samuel 15 and 1. When you get there, Brother Ray, go ahead and read.
Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore, hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord.
Because when you're in charge of the Lord, people, you got to be on your toes. The Lord going to require a lot from you. He requires that of you. He said, now you better hearken to the voice of the Lord. Go ahead and read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remembered that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek.
See, the Lord didn't forget.
That's right.
Now this is way years later.
That's right.
The Lord said, you know, I remember what Amalek did to Israel, how they laid wait. Now it's time for me to collect. Because when the Lord collects, you ain't got enough to put up. It's over. And then when he sends somebody to pass sentence on you, you better do it the way he say do it. Go ahead and read.
And utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not. Both slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
He said kill everything. That's absolute, right? Don't save nobody. Kill them. Destroy. Utterly destroy them. But the first thing Samuel told, hey man, hearken unto the voice of the Lord. That's what Samuel told Saul, right? Let's see what Saul did. Skip on down to verse 9 and read.
But Saul and the people...
Because Saul, he went out and he went killing and everything, but he did not do what the Lord said do. Go ahead and read verse 9.
But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
So all that they went through it. They said, well, we'll kill all that.
Right.
But all this good stuff we going to keep. We're going to even keep the king.
Right.
Let's bring him on the scene. Go ahead and read.
Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me.
Because when you disobey God, you have turned back from following the true and living God. The Lord wants obedience. He wants you to obey. And you standing before God, people, and you going to do what you want to do, oh, man, he has turned from doing what I say.
Right.
He's doing what he wants.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night.
Because Samuel, he really loved Saul. He cried for Saul to the point he prayed to the Lord that he'll keep us Saul to be king. The Lord told him, hey, man, listen here. You come to me with this mess one more time, I'm going to deal with you. He didn't do it no more. But he cried for Saul. Skip on down to verse 13 and read.
And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord.
So here comes Samuel. So Saul comes, blessed be the Lord. I done kept the commandment of God. Watch what Samuel say to him. Go ahead and read.
And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears?
Well, why am I hearing all these sheep, man? Didn't the Lord tell you to kill all these animals?
Right.
Why am I hearing this? Go ahead and read.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear. And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God.
Like the Lord needs some sacrifice of some animals. The animals ain't did nothing to him. Why he want you to sacrifice animals to him? Right. He wanted you to obey. Keep reading.
And the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on.
And so what Samuel knew he was in trouble. He said, man, hold on. Let me just go talk to the Lord. But I'm quite sure Samuel knew what time it was.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
17. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel, and the Lord anointed thee king over Israel?
Because it was the Lord that anointed him king. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
Go ahead.
Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord?
He said, why you didn't obey the voice of the Lord? Didn't the Lord tell you to kill him? Everything? Why didn't you obey? Go ahead and read.
But didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
Well, why was it evil? Because he disobeyed.
That's right.
When you disobey, you are doing evil.
Right.
And when you do evil against God, God do evil against you, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag the king of...
And now he's going to bring insult into this. I have obeyed God. I even brought Agag. But I told you to kill him. How you done obeyed? Go ahead and read.
And have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
Go ahead.
But the people took up the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in
Now
Gilgal.
he's going to try to sugarcoat it. See, we brought this to the Lord, Samuel.
Right.
We brought it to the Lord. We wanted to make these good sacrifices. But no, this is what you should have did. Go ahead and read.
And Samuel said,